Come to make mathematics easy with this Albert. So we have the question. So for x is equal to 2 square root of 2x minus 5 plus 6 is equal to 8. So before we start solving this question, so we are going to make sure that we find the value for x. So we are going to have 2 the square root of, then 2x minus 5, then is equal to 8. Now we are going to find the additive inverse of positive 6, which means that the additive inverse of positive 6, it is negative 6. Or when positive 6 cross the equal sign, it becomes what? Negative, always. Then we are going to have 2 the square root of 2x minus 5 is equal to 8 minus 6. We are going to have positive 2. Then for us to find the value for x, which means we are going to introduce the square root, which means we are going to have 2 the square root of 2x minus 5 squared is equal to, so since we have squared on the left hand side, even on the right side we have to do the same. So we are going to have 2 squared, which means that the square, there are 2 squared, it means we have 2 squared, then the square root of 2x minus 5 also squared is equal to, now 2 squared, it means that 2 times 2, which means 2 times 2 is equal to 4. Now since we have 2 squared, which means we have 4. Now the square root of this, since it's a square root, so which means this square root and this one, it will do what? It will cancel. Then we open bracket. Then we are going to have remain with 2x minus 5 cross bracket is equal to 4. Now since we have 4 outside the bracket, which means that the number which is outside the bracket should multiply everything inside the brackets. So which means 4 times 2x, we are going to have 8x. Then 4 times negative 5, we are going to have negative 20 is equal to positive 4. Now since we are finding the value for x, so which means that we are going to make x subject of the formula, which means that we are going to have 8x is equal to 4. Then the additive inverse of negative 20 should be what? Positive 20. Then we are going to have 8x is equal to, what is 4 plus 20? It is 24. Now since we are finding the value for x, which means we are going to divide both sides by what? 8. Even this one, 8. So 8 divided 8 is 1. 1 times x is equal to x is equal to, now 24 divided 8 is equal to 3, which means that the value for x is equal to positive 3. So you can subscribe to a channel. This is Albert.